Ew, what the fuck? Week 1 of VCT Americas has started in one of the freakiest ways possible, kicking off with MIBR versus Lev, or as others may call it, Mike Tyson beating the shit out of a middle schooler with bone disease. MIBR had two different stand-ins in Shaz and Paint to try to test Baba Yaga, and it went about as well as you would expect. All things considered, Shaz did pretty well given that he hadn't played in a little while, going almost even against Osboss. Paint truly impressed me, dropping 19 and 35, shooting like Stevie Wonder blind off 9 shots of Everclear. Following this Geneva Convention violation of a match was the clout match of the week, Sin vs NRG. With all eyes on FNS and Som, the pressure was on to save NRG from sinking like Pujan in a pool. And the improvement in calling is very evident, as FNS and his IGL doctorate were way more qualified than Ethan and his fucking Chuck E. Cheese diploma he pulled out of a dumpster. This entire match can basically be summed up like this. What if you wanted to play Neon comps, but God said...
God, running forward.
Nonetheless, the adjustments and adaptations being made truly were outstanding from NRG. Too bad Sin was back in form playing like the 98 Bulls. Day 2 started off with one of the biggest upsets this year with 100 Frauds versus Furia. The game was rather close, everyone had their moment on Furia. 100 Thieves had some decent moments too outside from the round where Cryo swung through a wall knowing Zan had to be on the left side tucked and just stood there posted the fuck up. Jumped through his own smoke, missed both shorty shots, then finds God shortly after. Old man Asana's dementia got so bad he forgot how dog shit he had played at the end of Shanghai and hit a legendary 4K. But in the end, 100 Thieves figured out another way to disappoint, as they always do, as Furia closed out the series 2-0, and shortly after, Boostio was spotted begging for booze money outside Riot Games Arena due to his early retirement. Following this upset was EG versus Loud, with EG wanting their revenge on the Brazilian super team after they lost to them earlier in this 2024 season, and Loud encouraging Sadok to make more lobotomized decisions. The game was an absolute banger with the series going the distance. It really became a dogfight of who wanted it more. Pancada's return really reformed Loud's chemistry, and Jogamo showed how the newest patch made ISO and Neon competitively viable. Les did less things, Tui's had his moments, too bad they didn't have an actual duelist player. Ending off the week on day 3 was C9 versus Naptime, also known as Valen's Calling. After a close ascent map won by G2, C9 crush every dream and win their map pick of Icebox, featuring Oxy running it down on Reyna every round on attack to go up 10-2 with some godlike post-plant holds from Rooney and Moose. However, it wasn't enough, because with the power of Valen's Calling making the average G2 take longer for Biden to spit out a full sentence and Icy doing just enough to keep his job for another day, G2 win it out. And if there's anything to take away from this week, there's only one thing more disappointing than 100 Thieves losing to Furia and C9 losing to G2. And that is Inspire's competitive career.